Here's a big old female.
Just a big old goldfish.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that goldfish.
She's a nice little goldfish.
Got him.
Today, guys, we're going to be doing another video. We're going to be doing a setup, do-it-yourself here by our friends who had sent us this beautiful tank. I just want to point out the sturdiness, the shininess. Look at this. This is all stainless steel, guys. I got this little thing, this apparatus in here. Put it around. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. And boom, I got that. I like to go ahead and I like to just acclimate it just a little bit.
Just get him used to it, Yohan.
Yeah, get them used to it just a little bit. They're enjoying their new environment. I'm really pleased.
They like it.
They do. Look how big that one looks.
Look how magnified it looks.
It does.
It's like a shark.
It's amazing, man. That shine, that base, that strength is everything, man. And to me, I'll forever use this.
Iguana people.
Welcome back, y'all. Today the iguana people be at base camp showing off these fish tank from MK Aquariums. I tell ya, this thing be pretty cool, y'all. Watch the iguana people set it up with a few big ass goldfish. I can't wait to see it. Let's go see what Yohan and Ollie doing. I think they be by the Black House.
What is up, YouTube? Thanks a lot for coming back to one of our channels. Today, guys, we're going to be doing another video. We're going to be doing a setup, do-it-yourself here by our friends who had sent us this beautiful tank. I don't know if you remember this video when we did the exchanges on the tilapia, but now I need some room to hold some goldfish. So I'm going to temporarily set this fine unit up right here where I can, I can bring them in and I can put them here and not even worry about them. Because when people give us fish, we like to treat them. We want to make sure that they, that they're going to do well. And there's nothing better than this MK Aquarium. I just want to point out the sturdiness, the shininess. Look at this. This is all stainless steel, guys. This is not even a joke. And look at how strong that is, dude. I am roughly 270 pounds. And I am leaning on this with all of my pressure here. And I'm not even getting a bend. You see this? Look at that. So, as far as strength and everything, this is great. Durability, look at that.
He's slapping it.
I'm slapping that and the water comes right up out of it. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to fill this up. And we're going to show you how this works. While I was talking to y'all over there, I went ahead and I decided to go ahead and clean my substrate. But now I'm going to let that drain out. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to let this fill. There is a quick release here. If you want to come over here and check this out, Ollie. If I ever wanted to drain this water out, I could just turn that open with ease. And open it up and go ahead and drain it out. But right now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill this, y'all. And we're going to show you how it works. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some substrate in it to make it so that it gives the fish a little bit of a home feeling. And and if you wanted to ever set this up as a personal aquarium, you can do it. I mean, but people like us in the industry, we like these kind of tanks for quarantine tanks or whatever. But don't get me wrong, you can set this up in your own living room if you wanted to. You can set it up in a garage or underneath a shade house like so. But in this case here, we're going to put it out here because when we bring in certain fish, we want to make sure that they don't introduce any type of pathogen or parasite to any of our others. And I'll show you what we use for medication. So when I'm on the verge of treating fish that come in, I always use this Proform C. Okay, this product helps with any kind of pathogen or parasite that may infect your fish. You don't need much with it. If you want to find out what the proper dosages are, go ahead and hit it down in the comments, and then hit my email, sunsetaquatics13@AOL, and I will discuss it with you in detail, because if you don't do this correctly, you can harm and or kill your fish. So you want to make sure that you have the right antidote before you even administer this. So in the meantime, we're going to put this down, put that down, and then we're going to come over here and I'm going to show you guys. Look how clear this is.
It's very nice.
And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the goldfish ready and everything, and I'm going to set up a pump on here, and I'm going to show you just exactly how this goes, guys. And I'll tell you, it's a nice little development. You'll be able to see right through here, and right now it's all filling up. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get this substrate, and I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in at this time. So at this point in time, I go ahead and I use this stuff. You know, I go ahead and I need to order it from Amazon, you know, or you know, if I find a good deal for it in Walmart or something like that, I'll go ahead and I buy it. But what I'll do is I go ahead and I'll put all my substrate right up in here, just like so. And I don't run it all around. I just put a little area here. You know, if you want to go ahead and fill your whole bottom up, you can. But I just go ahead and I put my little area in here. It kind of gives a place for my fish to do their little rubbing around if they want to, you know. And besides that, you know, it's what I had available. You can do just about anything. If you wanted to go ahead and put some driftwood in this and maybe some islands for a turtle or what have you, whatever you want to do, this will be a great process. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start hooking up a little pump that I got here, and we'll go ahead and we'll show you what we're doing. So in the meantime, our promo code is Sunset1313. If you want to check this stuff out by MK Aquariums, please, by all means, go ahead and check them out. They make tanks custom, guys. This is a 75-gallon unit. They have them all the way up to 2,000 gallons. For those of you who are a serious pondsman, I would advise checking these guys out, because there is nowhere else that is sturdier than this. I don't know, you know, where everybody else's stuff comes from, but this company is out of Dubai. And you know, them people over in Dubai, man, they got that money, and that's why they got some of the best places in the world over there. Everything is built strong, everything is built tough, just like these tanks, man. Amazing. Let's hook up the pump and let's see how that goes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put this pump down in here. It's kind of got little suction cords to it. So what I like to do is I want to make sure that it is held on there tightly. So I'm gonna probably come right up through here and go right around and go right back down to that end over there. I'll put this right over here and stick that on it, and then what I'll do with this, you never want to put the pump in the same place. So I'll come right over here and I'll put this right up on here. You see that?
Very cool.
I got to take this all out here, and I got to make sure that I have room for it. So this is how we're going to do this. Open these little gadgets up.
Just
Open
twist
this
it up.
Open this up. And we're going to stick it right up on here. I got this little thing, this apparatus in here. Put it around. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. And boom, I got that. So you're probably saying, Yohan, where's the fish? Well, I'm going to put the fish in right now. So what we're going to do here, guys, is we never ever dump fish in without acclimating it. So what I like to do is I like to take a little bit of this water, and you notice how warm that is? I like to go ahead and I like to just acclimate it just a little bit.
Just get them used to it, Yohan.
Yeah, get them used to it just a little bit. And then, you know, you never want to put anybody else's water in with your water. Why is that, Ollie?
I do not know, Yohan.
Well,
Why?
if you put somebody else's water in with yours, you have a tendency to maybe pick up some of their bad bacteria, and you don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these fish in that one of my neighbors gave me. I'm going to put these in individually. Let me look at what I got here. Well, should be sitting here a little bit further. We're going to acclimate these a little bit further. And what I'm going to do is I'll probably go ahead and just keep it about 10 minutes. You never want to just dump them right in because they'll get a shock. Let's see. You see that's really rolling nice there. It's recirculating. And again, if you wanted to do this in your house, you can. You know, I choose to do it outside because I need to have a place where I can bring fish in and check them out and cure them. And at the same time, look at them. Check out the clarity on that. You can see the Home Depot
Right there.
Right
Whole
there.
bucket.
whole bucket, no problem. You know, and we're gonna see how the first fish goes. Let's see how this guy is. Here's a big old female.
Just a big old goldfish.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that goldfish.
She's a nice little goldfish.
Cleo.
Yeah, here we go. Whoop. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, so we're gonna do this here, guys. Watch this. Throw these puppies right up in there. You
Well,
know?
they're liking it, Yohan.
They do. You know why?
Why?
Because where they were in a big old mud pond. And the lady there, she said, "Well, I'm moving." She says, and she didn't want to leave them there. And she said, "Can you take them this way? I can see them on your YouTube channel." I said, "Yeah, I could. I could. If it wasn't for my friends here at MK, we would have never been able to do this. We would have never been able to go ahead and have this little joy. You know, this one here is great for me for what I do. It also is great for the apartment houser, the little home or whatever. If you want to have, or even if you want to set this up outside in your own little backyard in an apartment on a patio, or whatever. This is durable and it's stainless steel, guys. So you're not going to lose there. It's not going to get it in the elements. And I will honestly say, this is an awesome development, man. You can see your stuff. You can be sitting back in a chair, smoking your pipe. Here, I'll take it. Here you go. Let's pretend that this is your thing. It's a Home Depot thing, right? You're sitting here, you whip out your phone, go ahead and scroll. You want to do your TikTok videos, you can sit right here and you can just go right there and have a ball. And some of these, look at this fish. They're enjoying their new environment. I'm really pleased.
They like it.
They do. Look how big that one looks.
Look how magnified it looks.
It does.
It's like a shark.
It's amazing, man. So, man, don't forget these guys, man. These guys have a great deal, and I'll tell you, they took us on, for us not knowing and being new to the whole YouTube world and all of that. But we recently got over 121,000 subscribers, and we're really pleased about that. So, again, guys, please share this information, and don't forget to say, what you feel. I got a bunch of good followers out there, like my friend Nilsa. Nilsa, what's up? Say hello to Lumberjack and Nikki and everybody to me. And then we got, who is it? The new ones, Christian and Alex, right? What was his name? Let me make sure that I got his name correctly, because we were up in Orlando doing an event the other day, and two of our little fans came up to us in a roadhouse there, and I guess one's name was Alex, and the other one's name was, I got it written down. I promised them that I'd write this down. Alex and Christian from Miami. They met us with their mom and dad up in Orlando. Two fine young boys. They were there. They were very respectful. And, like all our fans are very nice. They're nice to us, and I appreciate all of that, man. This whole operation started off as a dream, and me and Ollie, we came out here when we basically had nothing, and then we made it the way it is, and we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop this. We're going to continue to do what we are. We're going to roll into the aquatics world. You know, because, you know, I have over 28 years in that alone. You know, so it's in with the old and in with the new too as well, you know. So it's one of the things. We meet new people like this aquarium company, which is called MK. And again, you know, they're based out of Dubai, you know, and I'm really pleased with some of their stuff. Thank you so much for sending me this. You know, if there's anything else I can do for you, please reach out. And again, guys, I cannot stress this enough. If you have yourself a little space, you know, this would be the perfect size for you to sit back and watch your little fish. My friend Nilsa, I know she's watching me because she's one of my big fans. She's from Staten Island, New York. She's probably saying to her old man right now, Jack, get me one of those things. Get me one of those things. Well, Jack, if you use my code, you'll probably get a good discount from these guys. And you can set this up out on your patio there for the summertime. And it's quick and easy. This way, you know, you can bring your little fish inside. You only keep little fish in there. This way you can sit there and feed them and everything else. Play with your cats. Fumando de hierbas, you know, all of that stuff. You know, just hanging out, you know. Anyways, I appreciate everybody for coming to this video. If you want any more information, please be sure to lock on to, you know, the YouTube channel, Sunset Aquatics, and go ahead and friend me. It doesn't cost you anything to friend me. I'm so excited to show you guys what I've done. And I've taken a lot of lessons from a lot of these guys out here, you know. One of them was from Dexter's World. I don't know if you guys ever been to that guy's YouTube channel, Dexter's World. You know, Dexter's World is, he's a guy who started off with, man, I thought I started off poorly. Man, this guy, if you go back to some of his videos, he started off with just 2 friggin' drums out there, you know. But now he's got an awesome site. His place, you know, features coffee and food and aquaculture. You can actually go to his farm over there in the Philippines and feed fish and all of that. I admire that, you know. I've been in, like I said, I've been in this, and I'd like to have like a park-like setting where people can actually come here and check out the fish. You know, I admire that kind of environment. Also, Paul Cafaro is doing something like that very nicely. Soon you'll be able to tour his place, and he's got a fantastic place, and he's building up so many different enclosures. You guys, if you're out there and you're following some of the, you know, the animal holders and the fish holders or whatever, be sure you swing over to see him and other guys like, you know, Zach Ketchum and Blake's Exotic Ranch. And who's that other guy who plays with the snakes? What's his name?
Tyler
Nolan. Yeah, he's another one. If you guys are into snakes, go see him, man. You know, he's got a lot of stuff going on too, you know. But again, guys, I enjoyed you guys coming to my video and checking out our new tank that one of our sponsors gave us. You know, please be sure to, you know, to check them out and see what's going on. You know, if this can be through you guys, if you want to get one of these, go right to them. And you know, it's right down below. The information is down below, and tell them what you know and tell them we sent you. Thanks a lot for coming to this video, and have a blessed and lovely life.
Thanks for coming to the video, everybody. Now's the time to like, comment, and subscribe to Sunset Aquatics on YouTube.